government might extend, the lockdown period, if the whole thing did not, recover, like, the situation did not get better. So like, just wanted to get everybody, like, well, to be realistic, like, well, and not to be, naive about the whole situation. You know, I myself, like, is very, happy that our dear government have made this move, like, well, to declare lockdown for the country, as fast as they can, because, like, well, this is the best way, like, well, to get everything, like, well, in order. So, I know that lockdown is something that is a new experience, like, well, you and me, we're all the first time that we are going through this, like, well, so don't get too upset over it. Um, it's a new experience. So like, please don't ask me that, like, well, Terence, so how do you feel? What should we do, during this lockdown time? So to be fair to me, that, it's the first time I locked down, it's the first time you lock down, we all lock down, lock here, lock there, lock up, lock down, lock east, lock west, everything, just lock, and then, we just happen to be locking down. Okay, so, but definitely I will have some thoughts and opinion wanted to share with you, in terms of, what is my perspective, like, on this lockdown period, what's going to happen, or what am I looking forward to, like, after this lockdown period. Okay, so I prepared some points, like, well, for all of you. So I think, like, number one, point number one, we got to accept the facts, accept the facts that, like, well, during this lockdown period, it's not going to be easy. It's going to be tough, like, well. So just like some of them, like, well, they are in the call, and then some of them they have left, like, well, we just saw that a guy named Chi-Hong has left. I might not know everybody, on the call. So like, for those that you are team leader, senior team leader, or the owner, you're sending a link, to your guys there, but you knowing that your guys are not interested to listen. And then what's the point of sending them the link? You got to understand, like, well, me doing the call, this is not what I have to do. This is not what I have to do. This is just happened to be like, I think that, during a tough time like this, we need to do something differently. So like, hopefully that, like, everyone will able to get, um, more information, like, more direction, like, sharing. You can't get me in the office that often. So like, like, well, I'm just trying to reach out to you as much as I can, like, anywhere that is possible. So if you feel that you feel that your emotion is very low now, like, well, I will tell you, stop self pity, because everybody else, felt the same way too. It's not only just you. Okay, so, number one things is like accepting the facts. Accepting the facts that, like, well, we will lose, like, some of our guys, we'll lose some people, like, well, we will be in a situation that, like, we're going to, like, our head count will go down, like, well, and actually I am not worried about that at all, because, I assume that, like, well, there's a lot, like, during this period, people that have left, I don't blame anyone. I don't think that, I'm thinking that, oh, like, well, those people that they left because they are not good. No, 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 no. Like, well, it's not about that, but it's just that we understand that, like, there'll be some of them that will not make it, but, for those that survive and staying on, then, like, well, I'm very sure that, like, well, they will be stronger, because this is the toughest time that, we all will be going through. Like, I think that after this, nothing is going to hurt us, worse than now. Okay, so like, like, well, just staying on will definitely be stronger, and then ready to move forward. So that's number one. Yeah. And we will need some time. Definitely after that, like, well, when we're going back, definitely we need some time to build back. We need the momentum, like, well, we need a lot of, like, effort, hard work. First of all, going back to the field, like, well, started our PR, started doing a lot of things. We need to go back, like, the whole momentum. Okay, so like, during the period of going back, gathering the momentum, I hope that, everybody will understand that it's going to take time. So patience is very important. Please do not, like, well, feel bad about, when you're coming back, you started to lose, a little bit of your flair on, how to do the sales, or you started to worry about this, worry about that. Definitely all this will happen. It's going to take some time for us to, like, kick back our momentum. So patient. Point number two, remember, you need to like from now, communicate and consolidate. You need to be able to. Like, I hope that all will hear. You're having a call with your respective owner ongoing every single day. Uh, is it a must? I'll tell you that, especially if your office is like less than 100 people, you should be doing that because like in Korea, when this thing happened, James have been doing a call, with all the 300 over of the on daily basis. So please do not, take this for granted. That by thinking that yeah, no problem. We don't communicate daily. That's perfectly fine. I want to tell you that I already knowing that there's some of the office there are lost some guys. Some guys is not responding. Some guys is not replying. And all these things. So I didn't ask the figure yet, because there's no point to know now. Might as well, after the lockdown, and then we consolidate the numbers. So, but the truth is that during this period of time, I rather you do something more than you not doing anything at all. So what do I mean by you do something more? So like during this period of time, have more communication, have more, like um plans that are coming up, one day talk about things to learn, one day, planning, one day, to do all the different activity. Even you lock down at home, how much things that you can do. So might as well, I started to plan, for yourself, for your team, something to work on. I know like some of you, I've been seeing you on the, on the, Call of Duty. I see some of you there, like in P.U.B.G. Nothing wrong, now is the best time. Now you want to play all this game, play to the maximum, play until you go crazy. Okay, so like even up to the extent that we want to arrange a time, for all the Malaysia team, coming in together, we play the P.U.B.G. together, we'll play anything. By all means, this is the best time to do it. So communication. So point number two, that having a lot of communication. Please make sure that you are aligned together with your owners. Together with your the leaders. Making sure that everybody like knowing everybody well-being, taking care of each other. I think that is very important. Okay, so like like having a common goal. So talk about what's the goal now. The goal is like after this, like end. What's going to happen by end of this year. End of this year, how big you want to get your team to be, how many people that you wanted to advance, where you wanted to be by end of this year. So it started to look forward. I've been running a call yesterday for Indonesia, and this morning for Singapore team. Last night on the call, on my Facebook Live, I've been sharing this. You know, you must have positive mindset. In order to have positive mindset, you got to remember, always look forward. When you look to the past, it's always negative. You look forward, it's always positive. Okay. So now, point number three. Okay, leveraging. Okay, point number three, leveraging. So like no, now is the best time to know that who is friend, who is not so friend. So like who are the people that you can leverage with, getting the help and support. I tell you, I'm on the call minimum, of a face call like this, minimum 3 times a day, minimum. There'll be times that up to 5, 6, I'm on a call on my mobile, on Zoom. I think I at least on Zoom call, at least like for 8 times to 9 times in a day with different people, different agenda, different country, different things, I've been ongoing, I've been on this. So, it is fast. Last time my phone can last, for a day plus, now my phone need to recharge back, every like 4 hours, which is crazy. Okay. So, request, support from people to running, like calls for you, making arrangement. I think this part there, like Jerry, and Ronnie is always the smartest. They always get the best, for this like, alliance with them, Junkit and, and also Jonathan, Jerry best man, Jerry best friend, so like they're having call with James Greaves. Wow, that is excellent. I have never have a chance to have a call with James Greaves yet. They've been having a call, asking James to run the topic for, which is cool. So like, I think this is, one of step that is very, 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 very good. So don't blame yourself if you do not have a chance to, to having a call with James Greaves there. So like, please suck it up. Okay. And, during leveraging, it's also the best time to hear other people's story. Yesterday, I run a call, well, for Vishnu organization. They asked me to run my story. I think on that story is really awesome. I run the story, is really super. That's the first time that ever I run such a powerful topic, like on my own story. So like, I regretted that, like, well, the call is not being recorded, because if it's being recorded, you're able to play back to all of you, like, well, it's really awesome. So like when the time that, like, well, you go and find out a lot more information about other people, other, like, what are their success story, what works for them, how they get advanced. What else do you do? Now is the best time. If you're able to collect, a 20 owner story, so you have 20 example for you to share with your team, like when you're back, like the next time. Okay. Point number 4. Remember, so get yourself to be prepared. When we are back when we are back live, we are going back, on the field, it's the time for us to play offense. We are going to hit it hard. We're going to attack. We are not going to defense anymore. Okay. So like, you got to remember, at T.I.G Malaysia, we have a lot of, like, well, plans that's coming through. And then, like, well, there's a lot of things that's coming up. I mean, I will be very open to tell you that on my hand now, for Salesforce Malaysia, we have like, up to 6 different clients, new clients, they wanted to do the test with us. So like, like, well, I will tell you that, like, well, very high chance that at least 3 of them, like, well, will be run by our organization, T.I.G M1 Malaysia, will be the one that, be running all these tests. So now the question is that who is going to do it? So is it you or somebody else, or the people that, like, well, the next team, the next owner, or, what about is you? Okay. Have a good thought about it. And remember that, like, well, why we need to attack when we get back. So like, this is another chance, for us to show that what we can do, how good we are. This is the best time, let us see that now everybody restart. Okay, restart after coronavirus. Let us see that, like, well, if we are dropping people, other people dropping people too. So like, I can tell you outside there, a lot of people like, like, out of job, like, well, you should be aggressively PRing and get going, and this is a time that we want to see that, like, well, everybody, every officers that in the business, like in MBM or even in the whole Malaysia, all the office. So who is going to bounce back the fastest? Who is going to get back the momentum the fastest? Who is the one that is going to drill, like, well, to making sure that they are the fastest growing after COVID-19? So we were not able to go back, 25 years ago when we started off, when Malaysia started off in 1995. So like, we're not going to compete, from then. We compete now. Trust me, I done that 11 years ago. I got myself 7 years. And in these 11 years, like, well, T.I.G is the biggest growth organization in Salesforce. So now, like, like, well, after this COVID-19, we want to make sure that, T.I.G, not only just for Malaysia, for the whole T.I.G, we are going to be the fastest, biggest, strongest organization that bounce back, after COVID-19. Now, counterpart there, like, well, they're still working very hard in Singapore, in Taiwan, like Malaysia already shut down, a lockdown, like, well, we will like looking at, like, well, by Indonesia, by next week, most likely going to be locked down too. So like, it doesn't matter. So this is what I meant, like, well, when we coming back, like, well, we're going to show that, we are the best team. Okay. So, and remember, like all the things that you have learned during these 2 weeks, 1 week already passed, 7 days already passed. My question to you is that what have you learned? What is the things that you have picked up for yourself during the past 7 days? For those that you have not picked up anything yet, you do not have a plan for yourself yet, so it's not too late. You still got another 7 more days to go for you to pick up. I want to tell you that basically I'm having call every single day, like, well, all the link, all these things. So like, if you have missed out on something, like, get yourself, find a way to get the link, like, well, and go and, go into the call and understand it. Maybe like some of the call is run in different language, like, well, you don't listen to this call. Do listen to the call that you can understand the language, get yourself ongoing. I do not have a strong team at my back end, like, well, to support me, like, well, to come up with all the subtitles, for all the call that I'm running, because like it's not easy, So like, we will try our best to see that what can we do from here. Okay. So now I wanted to, split into 2 parts. What is the thing that we can attack, when we going back? Okay. So the 2 part is recruitment and sales. So on the recruitment part, the thing that what you got to think, If you feel worried that you're going to left, like, well, a lot of people have left the business, you have lost a big chunk of crew, I'll tell you, I am getting myself to be ready. So like if the worst case after this COVID-19, the whole TIG, dropped to 100 guys. It really touched wood, it really dropped all the way to 100 guys. I tell you, I'll make sure that we're going to bounce back even stronger, bigger, faster, ever, ever, ever. Even we take that, 11 years to build to 600, maybe that we take another 6 months to build back 600. We're going to be more aggressive because, like, well, I'm very convinced that a lot of people is looking for job outside there because from the news, from the everyday that thing that I know, a lot of businesses already have collapsed. A lot of company have really had closed down. Like a lot of bosses, they cannot sustain during this period of time. So you should be grateful that, like, well, you are being in this business, that your owners, that's me, like, well, in sales work, we all trying to sustain and do whatever we can to making sure that we're able to bounce back when, when everything go back to normal. Okay, you got to, like, well, go all out, like, well, go on PRing and making sure that you're able to PR as much as you can. Okay, because there's a lot of people that are looking for a job. And I want to share this with you as well. Even like, like for us, like it's tough. I want to tell you our competitor even tougher because they do not have such a big network, they do not have such a big support in order to support them, like, well, to sustain during this period of time. Okay, let me tell you what, this is what we experienced that, in Korea, in Philippines, now in Malaysia, we are still going on strong, holding on because, like, we have a very strong network across, a lot of countries. Like, like our Europe counterpart, like, well, they're also facing the same lockdown as well. So I'll be running like at least like 3 calls already be arranged, like, well, I'm like, oh my God, like, well. So they are also like facing the same thing as well. So don't feel bad that you are in this situation. Self-pity at this moment is useless. So making sure that, you yourself going to do something up for yourself, when things is bad. Okay, next point, is on sales part. So sales is that you got to understand, all of you here in the call, that, like, well, you have done the sales, you become a leader, that's why you are already there. Believe in yourself that you know how to do it. All you need is just get back the momentum, get back the belief, and then you're able to nail it down. Okay, and this time around, you nail it down. Make sure that you continuously to break the record. Like, well, don't worry that you can't do it. You definitely able to do it and make it better. Okay, on the sales part, I want to tell you that don't overthink. I started to think that, yeah, after COVID-19, no people, everybody doesn't want to donate anymore. Everybody got no money, got no job. It's very hard. Oh, that's good. Going out there, people can want to donate. They donate. They don't want to donate. They want to look for job. Help them to get a job. Come to us. We will teach them how to do it. Okay. And point number 3 that, on sales, that you got to remember that environment is very important. Like that is the time that everybody got to support each other. That is the time that everybody got to leverage on each other. Everybody got to give each other compliment, support. Like, well, it's not to pull anybody down. Okay? So like that is the best time for you to learn to show empathy, for you to learn. If you feel that, like, well, you are suffering, I will tell you other people is suffering too. How to show empathy. Empathy is like you know how they feel. So like, you care for them. You care for people the way how you want to be cared. So like, like, well, this is the best way to learn during this period of time when we come back. Okay. So, and last but not least, like, well, before the tough times, that was good time. And during what goes down, you always go up again. So like, like, well, I am a strong believer in this, like tough time don't last, only tough people do. Like, well, and whatever go down, it will always bounce back. So like the difference is like when it bounce, like, well, we can't control how long does this going to take, but what we can control is ourselves. Okay. Today I want to add on another bonus, like pointers for all of you. Okay. I learned this. There's 5 things that you need to take care of in yourself during this period of time. Okay. Are you ready? Take it down. 5 things. Number 1, please take care of yourself. Number 1. That is very, very important. If you can't take care of yourself, you are not in the, like, well, position or, ability to taking care of other people. That is number 1. Second, taking care of your family. So this is the best time that for you to build out a very strong, like, well, relationship with your family. I know some of you are locked down in KL, you are not going back to your hometown, having a FaceTime call with your family every single day. Talk to them as much as you want. Remember, I mean, like, if you always think that you don't have time to spend with your family, now this is the best time to spend with your family. Stop thinking that, and then when you come back, you'll be ready to go all out because you already spent a lot of time with your family. So that's point number two. Point number three, it's like, you need to start to, taking care of your future. What is coming up next? What's coming up next? So like, as for you are still in the core, so like being the business, being together as a team, so this is the best thing. So you need to start at point number three is started to plan for yourself on your business, on your opportunity. What are you going to do next? Okay. Point number four, educate yourself, gather more information, gather more, knowledge, skill set for yourself during this period of time. This is just like why we run the call like this. It's for you to gather a lot of things for yourself. It's for you to able to expose yourself to a lot of different owners that you never have a chance to meet before. So like, I mean, I can say that there's a lot of people that MBM hardly listen to my topic beside, on my Facebook call. So this is the best time for you to gather a lot of all this information, like instill, put in a lot of knowledge into your brain, like get yourself, to be ready, like when time is back, you are ready to push for yourself. Okay. And last thing, but not least is like point number five is get yourself, with the right energy, get yourself having the right energy, the stamina. When I say the energy doesn't just come with, or you can be more fit. The energy is overall energy, overall positive energy. That is very important. The positive energy is gonna come, from your mind. That is what you think, like positive energy. Positive energy gonna come from your body. That is, you are healthy, you are ready. So like, like for you to face the future. This is a five thing that, like I wanted you to focus on during this period of time. What are the five things? Number one, that is you yourself. You're gonna take care of yourself. To making sure that, like you are always ready. Number two, like be with your family, care for your family, care for your loved one. That is very, very important. Number three, that is like, like look into your future, like look into your opportunity, what are you going to do next? Maybe when I say that look into your future, some of you might be thinking, maybe this is the best chance there, like when everything is gone already, I don't want to come back. I'll tell you, it's okay. But you got to think twice before you tell your owner about this, because I don't think like, trust me, all your owners is the same attitude as me. If people wanted to go, like, we'll give them all our blessing, like, wish them all the best. Like, we will continue to recruit, we'll continue to train, we'll continue to work hard for our future. Because we have done this, like, for so long. We will not stop doing this, we'll keep on going. So when I say that plan for your future, you started to have a plan that you're coming back next time. What are you going to do? How are you going to do PR? When are you going to start to build your team? When are you going to get yourself to become a TR, STR, owner, partner? This is what I mean by, having a plan. Number four, like, gather a lot of skill set, gather a lot of experience, gather a lot of information, like, upskill yourself as much as you can now. And last but not least, point number five, get yourself super positive fit. Positive fit. Okay? Fit positively or super positively fit or whatever, how you want to put it. Positively fit, like, on your mind, on your body, like, and you are able to get going for the action. Okay? Cool. So this is the point that today I want to share with you. Is at 29, like minutes, like 30 minutes, which is quite cool. So, uh like I'm gonna open, to some, if you have some question. If you don't have, it's a good 30 minutes call, like you're able to spam it, to your all your team, to anybody that is not on the live now, like, and for other country. So like, if you want to use this, to also educate your team as well, to get yourself more ready, like, you can do the same thing as well. Okay, cool. Any other question that, like, you can send me up here. So like, I'll able to let you know, like I can share a little bit, no? If it's not, like, I think that, the call will be going to be here. Okay, cool. Well, thank you very much, everybody. Since there's no question that is coming through, so well, I wish everybody stay safe, please take good care of yourself. I love you, please take care, cheers, please listen to the topic, a few more time for you to really gather all the information, well, itself. Okay. So let me see, well, if there is one, let me see, maybe, don't have a, well, I cannot find any, well, if you, oh, well, let me see, have or not, if don't have, it's perfectly fine. I wait for a little bit more, and then we'll see how does it goes. Okay. For those that you are seeing on the YouTube, you can use YouTube, to type as well. So we also can read from the YouTube as well. What would you do to ensure that you have the momentum to go back on the field again? Go back to basic. I would strongly suggest, all of you that when you are getting back, in the office, go back to the basic. Remember, like your first day that you started to learn how to do sales. Remember that, and see that, well, how can you, well, go back and learn. Go by LOA. Number one, three steps for sales, well, number one is always numbers. Remember, the more people that you meet, the more chance that you'll get a sale. Second is always your attitude. And the last but not least, there's the easiest to learn because you have been saying the pitch for so long, you're definitely able to get it back. So let me tell you, when we are back on the field, I will be running a call for everyone to tell everybody that today the KPI is to meet as many people as you can. It's not to do as many sales, it's to meet as many people as you can. Okay, thank you, Yuzi. Well, I can't see anybody other else. Well, question. Well, hi, Titi. I'm Azura. I want to ask what will give you so strong in this business until now, even in this situation, you handle it positively. Hi, Azura. I want to share with you, because, I feel so blessed that I'm in this business. I can't imagine, actually from the start of, when the coronavirus started off in China, I already started to think about this. What would I do? And I want to tell you, right? You know, I'm so glad that I'm in this business because in this business, that is I able to survive during the tough time like this. Well, I like a lot of different business. Imagine that if like in this period of time, the most challenging part is the best business. You always go to all the pharmacies. Selling a lot of masks, selling a lot of hand sanitizer. Well, in lockdown in Malaysia, F&B is also good. All the supermarket is also good. But do I wanted to run the business that waiting for a crisis to able to make more money? No. Well, but I'm seeing that, a lot of other restaurants, a lot of other businesses, they're all gone. They're all struggling. They're all, well, they're all not able to sustain. So if you ask me, because of my experience, because of my knowledge, I have know how other business work. Especially if you're working for someone else now at this period, it's even worse because you'll be worried that you're going to lose your job anytime because your company, your bosses, they might not able to sustain this period of time and they will be stopping, like their company, they'll close down their company and you're going to look for job. And can you imagine that how many people will start to look for job after this crisis? I luckily that I am not part of this. That's why you ask me that why not stay positive. And then like the other part is like based on the topic I run this afternoon, it's like I'm very contented. I'm very contented. That's why I'm happy. That's why I'm happy. That's why I'm positive. Because I don't look at the thing that I don't have. I always appreciate the thing that I have. Just like now, I appreciate you, Azura. You are still here asking a question. Well, itself. I think that is great. It's really awesome. Okay, next up, well, how do you develop a bigger heart? Haha. Well, I'm not asking you to pump air into your heart, to make it bigger. But I just wanted you to understand that, well, how to have a bigger heart is when you yourself, you started to, if you want to have a big heart, you treat people better, is you treat the people the way how you want to be treated. So like think about it. If you want people to treat you well, so you need to treat people well. So who go first? So you want to wait for people to do good to you, only you do good to them, then you slowly wait. So my advice to you is that always be the first one to take the initiative to help other people first. Okay? So like how do you stand out among the rest? How do I? You mean like me? How do I stand up? By my performance, by my behavior, by my attitude. That's the reason why I so focus, on BASC. Because, it's so important, having the right behavior, being a person. Because if you're not having a right behavior, you will not be acceptable by a lot of people. When you're not acceptable, people will notice it. And then even you're doing very well, people don't give it a shit, then you will not stand out. So of course, performance does matters as well, and also your attitude. I think all this works very well for me over the years. Okay, how do you keep positively fit? How do I keep positive fit? Hang out with positive people, read positive stuff. This morning, I read Facebook, and I mean, like, I read a post, and I'm sure that all of you that will be same like me. You have a lot of friends send you a lot of things, on your WhatsApp, on your Facebook, all these things. If you receive a lot of negative information, God bless you. So like, because why? Because it's like your circle of friends are all negative. Like for me, this morning that I read one statement, I laugh like non-stop for at least like 30 seconds. Why? The person posted, like finally, I get a chance to understand why my parents are so negative. Okay? Because, like for the past, like since the lockdown day, I've been on the TV watching the news that being aired in the TV. Is all so negative. That's why I understand why my parents are so negative. Think about it. If you, like, I want to tell you, you need to be aware about what's happening, but doesn't mean that I'm calling you to listen to all the news at all time, because most of the news is negative. You will hardly see newspaper, TV news and all these things. They open up, they will tell you positive stuff. It's all the negative stuff. Okay. So like next up, I'm sure that before the COVID-19 crisis, your momentum to achieve a target for ROM. Now the crisis happened, you drop the momentum that you have. What do you tell yourself? Actually, I'm excited. COVID-19, before COVID-19, if I'm ready, like on the way to hitting my target, and then like now with this, I'm further away. I'm like, no, maybe like I'm thinking that maybe after 6 months later, I'll hit higher target than what I initially, planned or expected. Okay, so actually that's really on my mind. If everything go ahead, like the same, like we're gonna have our owners meeting in April. I will tell you, TIG may not be the #1 organization, but now with this COVID-19, I'm very confident that TIG, after when we bounce back, we will be the #1 for sure. Okay, next, do you make a change of your bad habits? Yes, definitely. If you do not, then how are you going to improve yourself? Um, I always trying my best to do that. Like how do you make a change? How do I make a change on my bad habits? Learn from somebody. Like for example, if you want to stop smoking, you hang out with your friends that not smoking. I'll tell you, you'll be influenced by them. Okay, so like if you wanted to, keep fit, you hang out with people that is all, exercise all the time. So like, if you want, whatever you wanted to do, find the people you want to be and learn from them. Okay, next time, I want to ask, how do you upskill for yourself? I read books, I understand about, relevant news, what's happening around the world. I hang out with people I want to be. This is how I upskill myself. Okay. So, just want to ask, what is your business and personal goal this year? My personal business goal this year is like, I will make sure that, TIG will survive this COVID-19 and will be stronger, better, after here. I don't care how much we're going to drop. I'm going to make sure that we are going to be better for sure. Okay. So my personal goal, I think this year, my personal goal is like, of course, this COVID-19 made me realize that, my personal saving fund got to increase. I'm going to increase 500% on my personal saving fund after this year. I mean, as my personal goal. Okay. How do you manage stress in order to calm and compose to do the right thing that you need to do? Of course, I'm on the call. I look very calm and not stressed to you. But I, but the honest truth is like it's not, because most of the time when I'm not on the call, maybe I'm very stressed. I'm thinking about a lot of stuff. I do it at the right time, right place. Please do not tell yourself that you got to be super positive and you do not have any stress problem at all. That is not normal. We are all human beings. You got to remember that you need to always, having, there will be up and down, positive, negative thing in your life. So do not worry that, you are going to have some positive, some negatives, on your mind. Do not worry about that. When you're negative, don't worry, write it down, find a way, seek for, advice, how to overcome it. So I have my stress too. Let me ask you, you think you have more stress on me? I'm not trying to compare, but in a time like this, you have no income, I have no income too. But I believe that I have more things that I need to sustain to making sure that I able to, how to say, make sure that, I able to hanging on, through this tough time. Okay, so let me see. I can't go through, like you say, tough time is good time for us to upskill. So if were you, how would you do to upskill yourself now? Oh yeah, I've been like, going through a lot of channel, which is I've not been doing it for a long period of time. So like, I like starting the 5 point just now I shared with you, I learned it yesterday, that's why I bring it through. So, it give me a break to let me really like to relook at what really got me to where I am now. So like, now I'm just like trying to bring it back up to you. Okay. So, just to ask, what would you gather for yourself during this period of time? Which would be priority? What I gather for myself is like spending a lot of time with my family, and we plan, like my journey, to making sure that hopefully that, I able to get myself ongoing from here, stronger, even better. What are you helping? I already asked already. I already answered. Okay, how do you being so confident about T.I.G will bounce back strong after lockdown case? How do I being so confident? Because I decided it will be. That is my answer to you. I have made a decision. I decided we will bounce back stronger than what we are, like with or without any one of us. Okay, this is my commitment. Okay, I do not even need to having, explanation on this, because I strong believe our core values, greater, and our BASED will definitely bring us stronger. I don't think that, I'm not comparing other organizations, because if whatever I've been sharing and all my owners have been practicing all these years, okay, let me share with you one thing. After we come back, right? So which office dropped the most headcount? Okay, I'll tell you that you know that that owner doesn't practice what I have been sharing all these years. Okay, we shall see. Okay, if the owners have been sharing and doing what I'm doing all this year, I'll tell you the owner is safe. It's going to bounce back even stronger. I want to ask, what is the best three advice to do well in the business? Number one, keep learning. Second is like, like having a goals for yourself. And third, but not least, that always learn and understand, how to be a better version of yourself. Okay. So, how do you can build better relationship with other people? Listen more, say yes more, and also care more. Then you definitely will build a better relationship. How you have the confidence to overcome this tough time, but you assure your family and your guys. How I assure that I'm sharing with you now. I'm not going to, let me tell you, nobody can tell the future. I can't. TT can't tell the future too. But I decided what is the future that I want. I decided that after this tough time gone, I'm going to work even harder, 2 times more, 5 times more, 10 times more. I'm going to make sure that I'm going to assist and help people that wanted to do well too, to do even better. You know, I'm not going to promise or convince you. You know, you don't need to be in this call. You don't need to be coming back after this crisis. But I want to tell you that it's all entirely up to you. What do you believe in? What is your future? So, like, you know, I'll tell you that during bad times, you know, tough time, a lot of people that withdraw, a lot of people will lose their future, will lose their job, will lose their businesses, as what we can see now. All of us here, you know, we are staying on, we're combining, you know, we are keep on, you know, well, encouraging, holding each other day by day, because we believe that, you know, well, on our value, when things is back, you know, we'll be stronger. Okay? So, like, you know, like, well, you like to ask how do we make sure our behavior is acceptable yet we are still being ourselves? Oh, no, no, being ourselves. Uh, I think, like, you know, I share something like this. You know, how do you want to make sure that you are acceptable? It's like when you start to feel that more and more people like to hang out with you, then you know that you are improving. So I can tell you, you know me as me. You know, in the office, I'm like this. You know, like, well, when you're hanging out, I'm like this. When I'm running, you know, I'm doing everything, I'm the same version. So, like, not everybody will like it. But I'm not here to please you. But if you don't understand that, if your behavior, a lot of people don't like you, then the question is you. So, like, you know, if you wanted to make sure that, you know, like, well, being yourself is, you know, like, well, is the right thing or not, just assess how many people that are willing to stick with you or hang out with you, or wish that you be part of the team. Okay? Yeah. Yeah, I can't see the question, you know, well, I'm sorry. So, like, you know, like, well, my question is how you define self-confidence versus self-esteem. Is it important to balance out both? Self-confidence and self-esteem. Self-confidence is you know what you can do. You're confident in knowing what you can do. Self-esteem is like you always, you know, like thought you can do better, but you know, like, well, actually, you do not know a lot of things. Like, I will tell you, self-esteem is like you would not, people that with self-confidence, high self-confidence are people who acknowledge other people is better. They're people that will celebrate other people's success. High self-esteem is like they only think about themselves first. They only feel that they are the best. They will not need to learn from other people. You know, like, well, I may not know your exact question, but this is how I, you know, like, well, my definition on your question, you know, self-esteem, you know, I never lack of self-esteem, but doesn't mean that, you know, like, well, I am arrogant. I will still be humble to learn. So, like, um, if going to deeper, having self-esteem, some people that have very high self-esteem, they're equivalent to having high ego. You know, having self-esteem is like you know what is your borderline on the thing that you will not do, on the thing that you do not believe in. You know, like, well, you must know your line. But most of the time, most people doesn't know that. Okay, I think it's great. You know, like, well, I have like ongoing. You know, I think I touched everybody question. You know, on that. You know, like, well, I hope that is something that, you know, like, well, you're able to get something for yourself. You know, which is good. Thank you very much for the team there from Malaysia. You know, very, you know, spontaneously asking a lot of questions. I think that's really, 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 really awesome. So, like, you know, like, well, I don't know why you usually deleted a lot of text. You know, like, well, if you looking forward, you know, to have a session like this, you know, like, well, please response. I don't know whether how good or better. How is it a session like this? Does it help you? You know, a lot of time that I've been like sharing. I am different from, you know, like some of the owners. Is like I don't like to keep on talking and talking by asking you, forcing you to listen to what I want to tell you. I more towards it is like wanted to share things that is relevant to you, things that you wanted to hear and listen, which is more important to me rather than the thing that I want you to listen to. Okay, guys, thank you very much. You know, well, see you soon again. Love you. See you. You know, please take good care of yourself. Enjoy your lockdown. Bye bye.